When you pan, you open the shutter and you follow a subject along so the subject stays in focus and everything else is blurred. G'day guys, what's cracking? It's Ralph here. I'm in the middle of Surfers Paradise and it's been 2 days since it's flooded, but everything's looking pretty dry. And I've come down to do what I'm quickly realizing is an impossible challenge. So there's an app, which is a long exposure app called the Reeflex App. Looks just like this. Oh, look at that, right on time, a tram. So that's what it looks like. And you have the ability to take long exposures with this app, as well as a number of other things. It actually makes your camera on your phone completely manual, so you can manipulate all the settings to your heart's content. And it has a massive ISO range, a massive shutter range, and also this option that if you spend an extra few bucks, you get a long exposure setting. And so the long exposure setting has the opportunity to do things in mid-daylight, so things like clouds or light trails. And so what I thought I'd do tonight is use the light trail function to see if I can take a panning shot of a vehicle, preferably a tram, as it comes through, because they're going about the right speed. If you notice here, there's an on and off switch, and that on and off switch comes from this little function here. So we turn on the light trails, or the M for not light trails. It automatically sets your ISO to what's that, like 917, and my shutter speed to 120. And what I've realized is if you use a second shutter speed, which this allows you to go to, it's just too much. Look at that, it just blows straight out. So we need to go back to about 1/20th, because 1/20th gives us enough time to actually capture a shot. Now I've had a few goes at this, and I'll show you how it works. We'll do this as a tram or a car or something comes past. I'll show you just exactly how it works. You've got to be careful that you be thumb on the button. The amount of shots I've missed because my thumb has not been on the button. So we're just waiting for a car to come past, and I'll deliver the goods. Waiting. Here's one. So I took 2 shots. I know, it's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible. It certainly is a challenge. As you can see, when the camera works, it's computational, which means it takes a number of images and combines them together. So when you're panning, this makes for a very difficult thing. When you pan, you open the shutter and you follow a subject along so the subject stays in focus and everything else is blurred, and then you take your finger off the shutter, or you allow the exposure to do its thing. Run its course, and as a result you have a really cool image. So this is what we're going for, these kind of images, and this and this and this, and I'm trying to do it on my phone with the Reeflex app. Now the Reeflex app is amazing, it's free, and as I said, you can pay a little bit more to get the long exposure thing, which is a lot of fun. And by the end of this video I hope to have nailed at least one panning shot if it's possible. Oh, it might be a long night, but thanks for watching. So with a bit of luck, my GoPro won't get stolen, because I am standing a block away from the most notorious place in the city, but I have a beard, so people are more scared of me than I am of them. Here we go, here comes a car, we're ready, let's see if this works. I'm gonna wait till it goes past, and then I'm gonna miss the button. There's another car. No, again, I think I'm going too fast as it slides off. There's the person was looking at me, it's getting better. And that was the one beforehand. Well, here's a red car. Get back on site. No, that was rubbish. I think I've got to wait till the car's like by the side of me, because when it's right next to me, it's going the slowest. So if I ping it at 10 degrees off right next to me, and it's only half a second it's going to be open for. No, that was. Problem is the night is on, there's less and less cars that come past. But we haven't done an adventure like this for a while, have we? So thanks for coming out. Oh man, it's like hit 10 PM curfew and everyone's just like not driving around anymore. So it usually takes 3 or 4 shots, I think, in the half a second it's open for. And what we need is for each of those 3 or 4 shots to land on the same aspect, the same part of the subject. And that will stop us getting that weird, like, staggered effect. It's not working, is it? So I need to go, as the party walks down the street, I need to go further back from my subject. Let's find a different place. So I've changed locations. I really wanted to shoot a tram, but I was just too close. But the beauty of just here is you can stand all the way back. So what I've done is I've stood about 10 meters back from the road. Here's some footage of what happened. And then I put the camera actually on the telescopic setting, which enabled me to zoom in, and then I slowed down my pan quite dramatically and was able to actually track some. And so we've had a couple of half decent efforts from that. Now I need to keep going, keep practicing. But here's a good position, because what happens is they have to stop at the lights and then they slowly move around the corner or slowly move across the intersection. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get down my jam so I know what I'm doing, and then I'm going to take on a tram. So well, here's a bit of side by side about how we're going. I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. So what I've discovered is if I put it on wide, it actually works better. If I frame the subject in the center of the shot, if it's going very slow and I calm down and kind of use my, this sounds weird, use my core rather than my massive arms to move the camera, like just a little lean. Yep, that's it. It seems to work out better. I think I'm ready to go find a tram. We're going to do this. The other thing you need with panning is an interesting background. So you'll notice on some of these the background's rubbish as I practice, and the background here is just peppers. It's not ideal, but it's a roundabout, so people have to slow down for a roundabout and get a bit of space. Now trams do go slow, but I'm going to go right next to a stop sign where a tram has to stop, and that will enable even more chance of me nailing this image. So let's go. I now have to get there to walk down Cavill Ave, which is the party centre of surfers, and every local who doesn't go out clubbing says don't go there. So let's go. So here we are with the smell of weed thick in the air. Yeah, it wasn't, not me. The tram stop is just behind me over here. The Hard Rock sign just there. And we've got a lane of traffic here which gives me some distance to the tram. And that's not too bad a background. Like if you look at that, there's a few lights and stuff there. I wonder if I actually go by that Westpac sign and shoot the tram with the Hard Rock sign in the background. Let's give that a go. Oh, this is sketchy as. No, at least we know the background is both recognisable and nice. Trams come every 7 minutes. They come from both directions. Either direction will do me. I think I'm this far enough back. There's a tram, I can hear it. Oh. Alright. It's going to come from our right. I can see it. It's now obvious. Alright, when it gets to that second light post, I'm going to start going. Slowing down a great deal, which is kind of handy. Normally that would frustrate me. Back of the tram. I think I did okay. Oh, did I get one of them? A decent one. Oh look, I'm going to pay it like that. Well, the next tram's not going to be too far away. Pretty happy. I think I'm the right distance away. It was going the right speed. I like my background. Now there should be a tram that comes the other direction, travelling south, and they should cross over a block or two up. So it should be on me in 2 or 3 minutes. There's a guy across the street that's just talking to himself, quite agitated, which unfortunately I've seen a lot of here. But it's just occurred to me that to him I might seem like a person that's just talking to themselves and fairly agitated. How the tables have turned. Here comes a tram. Feeling good about this. Going to pull into the tram stop and just up there, so we'll put it on wide. Oh, I'm pumped, I'm excited. I'm going home too if this doesn't work, so for both our sakes I hope it works. There it goes, it's moving, it's moving. Small movements, Ralph, small movements. pick up the back of the tram. Have I got it? Did I get it? Not bad. Not bad. Oh, I'm gonna pay it. So here are my final images for the night. When you use the Reeflex app and the long exposure function, it only shoots in JPEG, and so you get limited editable capabilities in Lightroom, but we still tidy them up a little bit and brighten them up a little bit. So see what you think. If this has been helpful, share it. I'd love you to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, join the channel, all of that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.